Last time, in the white marbled Ivory City, a bone-chilling battle was waged against the armies of the underworld. Skeletons, once loyal minions of our devilish heroine, Jazelle, with a Y, clashed against the vibrant citizens of Ivory City. The citadel of purity and color, Ivory City, emerged victorious, sending the bony brigades scuttling back to the dark recesses from whence they came. Max, our amazing master builder and co-builder with Sheila, stands in the middle of the location where he wants to build a new roller skating derby rink in Ivory City. Shania approaches, looking skeptically at the location. Isn't this ambiance just perfect for the Coral Derby, Shania? Fresh air, open skies. Hey, those are top secret derby plans, not carrots, you silly rabbit. No Chewy. Shania, check out that natural water feature. Think about it, roller skating on water.
Max, that's called ice skating.
Right. Well, ice skating, except that you wear roller skates and the ice is not so solid.
Well, I'm as worried as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. We're gonna have to work on your ideas, Max.
Yeah, you're probably, guys, that's not Shania. That's her mannequin stand-in. Did she go on a break? Ugh, cut. Meanwhile, across the way, Jazelle stands at what is supposed to be the majestic entrance to the Tower Noir. Only, instead of a dark and imposing tower, there's just a giant shiny black Lego cube with a few intricate pillars standing above it. In the distance, Sheila's ivory tower stands tall, gleaming and getting bigger every day.
Chevalier, explain to me why Sheila's ivory monstrosity is practically gleaming, while my majestic Tower Noir is
A glorified sandbox?
You're not helping, Chevalier.
You asked.
I didn't ask for your ratty sarcasm. I command an army of skeletons. Why is this tower a tiny fraction of the size of Sheila's ivory tower? All I want is a tower that reflects my grandeur, my magnificence. Is that too much to ask?
A tower built by the often distracted army of skeletons? Maybe. Well, perhaps if you didn't keep sending them on, how do you say, pointless endeavors, like trying to take over Ivory City, they'd be here laying bricks.
This defeat will not stand, Chevalier. Those skeletons were utterly spineless against those insufferably colorful Ivory City dwellers.
It was indeed a catastrophic victory, madame, but remember, we helped Sheila defeat the skeletons because you were bored, and the skeletons were getting too much attention. Maybe we need to find you a hobby, and let the skeletons focus on building your tower in your absence.
Listen here, you flea-brained absolute genius.
Quoi? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? You think I am a genius now?
I do need a hobby. The annual Halloween Broomstick Grand Prix is tomorrow in that horrible, dark, and terrifying monster town. It's crawling with bats, black cats, venomous spiders, werewolves, vampires, and zombies. Paradise. A win at the Grand Prix, especially through cunning and trickery, will restore our fearsome reputation. And all these sickeningly happy Ivory City citizens will fear me once more.
But madame.
Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle. You are not very good at riding a broomstick, no?
I don't intend to win fairly, Chevalier. After all, what's a race without a little chaos and, as they say in French, tricheries?
That is not a French word. I think you meant tricherie. You intend to cheat.
Chevalier, let's go. We can't miss the ghost train.
Mademoiselle, why so chaste? Ivory City has its charm, no?
I'm tired of listening to Sheila brag about her insufferably glorious ivory tower, while my glorious better tower is only a foundation. Monster Town beckons. Come on, Chevalier, we can't miss the train. Remember the last time we missed it? We had to hitch a ride with that insufferable zombie businessman and his never-ending tales of undead stock markets.
Have you ever heard about the Great Zombie Depression of the 1920s?
Oh no, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Don't worry. I promise to keep the dead end job stories to a minimum.
At least we are moving, right?
It was a tough time. Stocks plummeted. Many lost their brains. I mean, said, stocks, brains, stocks, money, brains.
It's gonna be a long ride.
Oh, mon Dieu, not the stock market tales again. Jazelle stands amidst a pile of suitcases, odd-shaped bags, and several eerie artifacts. Among the objects are a cursed mirror, a giant coffin, and a bunch of potion-making supplies. Chevalier eyes the collection skeptically. Madame, are you sure the ghost train allows such unconventional luggage?
Chevalier, we are going to Monster Town, not some mundane city. They should expect nothing less.
Oui, but that cursed mirror? Last time you looked into it, it took 3 days to get your reflection back.
Just a minor setback. Besides, it was quite a vacation from my own self. You know how much I hate seeing my gorgeous reflection in the regular mirrors.
Madame, your teddy is rebelling.
Naughty Mr. Cuddles. Axes are for asserting our dominance, not playtime. Oh, look who decided to join. Miss Fuzzington, my precious 8-legged darling.
I do hope she is the last surprise guest from your pockets, madame.
One can never be too sure with pockets, Chevalier. They're full of mysterious depths, although not as deep as the darkest recesses of my loathing and hatred of Ivory City, and, well, life in general. Our chariot to Monster Town awaits. I still don't understand why they made it a floating train.
Perhaps to ensure the living don't hop aboard.
All aboard for Monster Town. Final boarding for all spooks, spectres and spirits. Please leave your luggage here. Our spectral send-away service will ensure it's ghost handled and magically materializes in Monster Town upon your arrival.
Jazelle and Chevalier hop aboard just in time. The doors close behind them, and the ghost train lets out another ethereal whistle, fading into the distance as it begins its ghostly journey to Monster Town.
Ladies, gentlemen and spooky spectres, as we approach, behold the mystique of Monster Town. Where every day is Halloween and shadows play in the moonlight's gleam. The town where ghosts groove, banshees belt out tunes, where a zombie style is always in vogue. Enjoy your... welcome to Monster Town, folks. Mine's the Lego bricks.
Chevalier, returning to Monster Town for the Grand Prix, and this time, the trophy will be mine. I've planned the perfect treachery,
Tricherie, oui madame, because cheating has always worked so well for us in the past. In the bustling main square of Monster Town, a motley crew of monsters assembles, eagerly gearing up for the Broomstick Grand Prix, an annual event where monsters from all walks of unlife compete for the #1 spot.
Chevalier, deploy the oil slick on the racetrack at the Haunted Forest turn. That'll send those goody two-shoes witches crashing.
Oui, madame, but do you really think an oil slick on the ground will affect a flying broom?
I didn't ask for a chemistry lesson.
Physics!
Whatever. This oil will give those racers a slippery surprise they won't forget.
Madame, are you sure about this? Isn't it a bit cliché?
It's a classic, Chevalier. Now, stand back as I fill this container.
Madame, I always said you had a slick sense of style.
This wasn't what I had in mind, and not a word about this to anyone, Chevalier.
But of course, madame, your oily secret is safe with moi.
You're on thin ice, rat.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all you nocturnal creatures of the night. This is your favorite fanged commentator, Count Dracula. Or for copyright purposes, Lord Vampire. I will be your host for tonight's blood-pumping race. Welcome to the annual Halloween Broomstick Grand Prix. Now, before we kick things off, there are a few safety reminders. First, remember to keep your limbs, wings, hooves, etc. inside the
broomsticks at all times.
Looks like Dracula's gone a bit batty.
Here, Dracubat, come to Mama.
Technical difficulties, folks. Please bear with us. Every century it happens at least once.
As I was saying, keep your limbs inside the broomsticks and, most importantly, enjoy the race. Now, we have my lovely wife, Miss Dracula, to present the tarantalizing prizes. Winners of the Broomstick Grand Prix will receive the following prizes, subject to taxation and the occasional arm and leg. A year's supply of ectoplasmic elixir, the #1 beverage choice for discerning monsters. An all-inclusive vacation to the Bermuda Triangle Resort, where you might or might not return. A signed autograph from Brad the Bat Monster, also known as Derek, the most elusive celebrity in Monster Town. A lifetime subscription to Ghoul Gossip Weekly for monsters who want to keep up with the latest crypt-side stories. A personal haunted house makeover by the famous interior phantom, Shrieking Shelly. A new car, the newest model of Frankenstomper, a literal monster truck. A year's worth of monster munchies, snacks from the finest bog and marsh ingredients. An exclusive membership to the Howling Club, the top monster karaoke spot in Monster Town. A one-of-a-kind crystal ball with tech support from the legendary fortune teller, Miss Gulch. A DIY kit to create your own personal zombie butler. Just add water and await service. Thank you, my dearest wife. She is the most radiant moon in my eternal night. Her beauty is as ageless as the stars, and her wit as sharp as my own fangs. Get on with it! Ladies and gentle ghouls and every creature of the night, gather round, for the moment you've all been waiting for is upon us. As the moonlight bathes our grand monster town, let the spirits of old guide your flight. Witches and warlocks, mount your brooms. On your mark, get set, soar into the night. As Dracula's booming voice faded, the skies over Monster Town erupted in a cacophony of whooshing and cackling. Witches, ghouls, monsters, and other assorted monsters took to the air. Jazelle, always one for a dramatic entrance, spiraled upwards with a flurry, leaving a trail of black mist behind. Chicken Suit Man, on the other hand, flapped his wings, arms? It's hard to tell, trying to gain speed, giving everyone quite the clucktastic spectacle. The air was electric, filled with anticipation and the distant scent of brewing potions. The Broomstick Grand Prix was officially underway. And there's a Chicken Suit Man, the only racer brave enough to ask the age-old question on the racetrack. Did the chicken fly first or the broomstick? Ha ha ha. And right behind him, the mummy seems to be unraveling a bit there. Oh, no, it's just some extra bandages. But someone might trip if you are not careful. I have to give a shout out to our werewolf flyer. Not the fastest tonight, but definitely the furriest. Keep howling your way to the finish line, my furry friend. Ha ha ha. Oh, look, there's the Invisible Man, or so they say. It's really hard to keep track. Can someone confirm he passed the water station? And speaking of which, no, not that witch. A special thanks to our hydration crew, the zombies. Please, racers, take only the water, leave the hands that offer them. Midway through the Broomstick Grand Prix, there's a pit stop area. Racers descend for quick broomstick repairs, re-energizing potions, and brief respites. Huge cauldrons overflow with bubbling concoctions. Witches' assistants scuttle about and bats flutter overhead, guiding racers to vacant spots.
Chevalier, slip this into the main cauldron. It's a sluggish potion. Everyone who drinks it will slow down, leaving the path clear for moi.
Don't try to speak French, madame. You mean the bright neon purple cauldron labeled Super Hydration Potion for fair racers?
Precisely. Now go. We haven't got all day.
It is not day, mademoiselle, it is night.
Whatever, Chevalier, just do it.
Chevalier stealthily approaches the cauldron, dodging between witches' assistants, brooms, and the occasional zombie businessman checking stock prices on a haunted tablet. Just as he's poured the potion in, Chicken Suit Guy stumbles in front of him and mistakes the potion cauldrons for a bidet. The deed is done, mademoiselle.
Good. Wait. Did that ridiculous chicken man just use the potion cauldrons as a bidet? Ew.
My apologies. I thought this was the freshen up station. Très bien. The universe knows how to spoil a good plan with overzealous hygiene. Now no one will drink from the potion cauldrons.
Every single time.
Did he just put his where I think he did?
Ew. Come on, Chevalier. Let's get out of here. I have a race to win. Excuse me, sir. That broom has a very particular set of skills. It knows its way home, and it detests imbeciles. You'll be back, mark my words. Chevalier, make a note. Invent broomstick anti-theft system, preferably with explosive runes.
Which on a hovercraft at 3 o'clock? Wait, are hovercrafts allowed? Someone check the rules. To our lovely vampire...
Participants, ignore the silly bat voice. Remember, vampires, this is a marathon, not a neck-biting spree.
Save your appetites for the after party, but I get first dibs. It seems the ghost racer is phasing through the competition. Literally, such an unfair advantage, but who can argue? He's got a spirit. The crowd is roaring with excitement, monsters of all types standing and cheering for their favorite participants. And as we approach the finish line, remember, it's not about who wins or loses, but how you spook the competition. Ha ha ha.
This is it, Chevalier. Time to bring home the trophy.
The moon hangs in, casting a dim light on the racetrack. Racers are whizzing by, with Jazelle in the middle of the pack, her eyes set on the finish line. Suddenly, the horizon darkens, and a massive, undulating shadow approaches rapidly. Ladies and gentle ghouls, brace yourself for what seems to be a bat-tastrophe. Oh my, it's a blizzard of bats. Racers are veering off, swerving, diving. This is unprecedented. Ha ha ha. The bats engulf the racers. Some racers swat at them, others lose control and spiral downwards. Jazelle, thinking quickly, reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small glowing crystal. She holds it aloft, and it emits a high-pitched, almost ultrasonic sound. The bats, disoriented by the sound, part in the path around her, creating a clear way forward. Incredible! Jazelle, the cunning enchantress, seems to have tamed the tempest of the bats. She's breaking away from the mayhem, leaving others in her winged wake. Jazelle surges forward, the finish line in sight, a clear path ahead of her thanks to her quick thinking. And against all odds, through the sea of a flapping chaos, Jazelle takes the lead. She's flying to victory. Jazelle crosses the finish line, a triumphant smile on her face as the remaining racers behind her continue to deal with the batastrophe. A night to remember. Jazelle has truly shown that with a bit of wit and perhaps a magical crystal, even the mightiest of nature's challenges can be overcome. Bravo!
Thank you, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, silence. And who said cheaters never prosper? They just weren't trying hard enough. Or they didn't have me. Bow down, Monster Town. The true Queen of the Sky has landed. Where's my trophy?